Oh, wow. So I think the only thing I might need is my charger to plug in for the laptop.
All right.
And how long do I stand in here and do this?
How long do you want to?
This is crazy. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay.
There's outlets, there's a power source right below you if you need to get a power cord for your laptop.
Okay, yeah. All right. So can you turn the light on for a second? And I'll grab my water. And how do I get light in here? Okay, great. Oh my God. Okay. This is awesome. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be great. And then I can listen. How many takes do we really have on this before it's? Oh, cool. Awesome. When is the best time to record, do you think? For real?
I like the night, personally.
I can't hear you.
On.
Oh, man, I'm like kind of feeling like, like I'm like Fergie up in this. I gotta like take a picture and send that over to the Black Eyed Peas studio. Like, look at me. Whoop, whoop. Watch out now. When is the best time to come in?
Most people prefer night. I'm one of those people too. I like night. I'm a night owl.
Night owl? Me too. Okay, good. My brain works better in the morning, but okay, I'm gonna plug this in. Hold on. Oh. It's gonna be difficult reading erotica in the morning, like I said. Most sex happens at night. Right? Well, even in my life, it never happens, so. Maybe if I read, I'll get more action. Okay, let's do this. 50 Shades of Masters. Okay. What am I doing? Okay, also I'm live on Hang With. Hi, guys. If you go to 50shadesofmasters.com, you'll see, or on Amazon, you will see that I have a great book that is out that you can buy. Right now I'm in rehearsal, getting ready to get my audiobooks out. So right now, guys on Hang With and ladies, right now I am rehearsing in the studio out here in Las Vegas. So if you could like peek through, we're in the sound room right now, getting ready to do my audiobook. So, what? Yeah, I sure can. I'm going to zone you guys out, and it's going to go dark on you. And get ready for a little bedtime story. Hee 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 hee. I think it'll be easier to read on a Kindle. What would you recommend, Jesse? What is the easiest on the eyes to read? A PDF file on a laptop? What kind of easiest to read on things? I noticed that it was hard for me to read on this, but Preston's got my Kindle, so I think when we do it for real, I'll get my Kindle out, because right now it's just I'm reading it on my laptop, and it's hard to turn the pages. So when I come in at night, we actually do it for real. I'll bring in my Kindle. That is easier, and I just swipe like this. Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess it's probably best. I'll just do it right on Amazon right now then. $50 Shades of Masters. You haven't read any of it, have you? You're going to hear it all from the lady's mouth right now. Awkward. Oh, yeah. It's pulling up right now. Sorry. Okay. You know what's really irritating on Amazon too? Do you know if on Audibles, on Amazon, they have like the first like 8 pages are free. On Audibles, if I speak slower, it's less of a story that's told? Because these are short stories. If I speak slower, is it better? Because you can always speed it up. You have that option to speed it up on Audible anyway. You can do it like 3 times as fast. Yes?
Yeah, I would just make sure you articulate. I would read slower and make sure you just notate everything.
Okay. These are all descriptions and not my books. The hell? Alright, you deserve a stable, diverse, and talented and writing to adore and pleasure you, he's replied. Okay. The story is about a girl from Kansas writing forbidden lust later that night. Sexy, creative, formidable, and this text is so small, but I'm going to go for it. Volume 1, 50 Shades. Can I make it bigger? Let me see if this is the one. How many pages is this? 21 pages. I sit here writing with pain, healing my heart, sharing openly with Alice and when I have fallen down the proverbial rabbit hole of curiosity. It all happened after my dating show, yeah. This is it. It's in a document form. This is gonna suck, but I'll make it happen.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Or you want it bigger?
That'll work.
Right.
It's a lot of scrolling, but we can do it. Wow. Okay. For you listening out there with my my viewers out on Hang With, I don't even remember, I've never read a story in my life. I have talk shows, I've done several TV shows, but I have never read a book before. So bear with me. This is called Rehearsal. This story is about a girl from Kansas falling into forbidden lust. It takes place in Las Vegas and weaves a tale of power, domination, BDSM, sexual boundaries, lifestyles, limits, and ego. I sit here writing with pain in my fingertips, healing my heart by sharing this openly with you. I, like Alice, have fallen down the oh boy, it has begun. First of all, I can write it, but I can't even say the word. Proverbial? Oh boy, I need a speech coach. Proverbial rabbit hole. Okay, gotta come back to that. Okay, so I've fallen down the rabbit hole of curiosity. It all happened after my dating show, Waking Up in Vegas. I chose to swipe right on a Tinder dating app. I asked a handsome man by the name of Damien, aka the devil from here on out, to meet at a lounge down the street. I chose the place because of its dark ambience of an afternoon meet and greet. He was tall and sexy in every way I had imagined and hoped for. He was dressed in a black suit and perfectly ironed blue button-down that showed off his eyes. There wasn't a hair out of place on his gorgeous head. He was perfect from his head to his shiny shoes. I liked his intimidating presence. Over the course of sucking down 4 Manhattan martinis, I learned so much about him, including that he'd had a lived-in baby mama for about 13 years. My preference is monogamy. I like all the attention and all the... Somebody here? Hello? Oh, is Preston here?
No, Bone.
Oh, is he back again?
Yeah, we're looking for Preston.
All right. Okay, I need a speech therapist. Can't say the word provivial. I can write these words, but I can't say them. I was practicing my vampire earlier, but I'm going to get 50 Shades nailed down. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yes, the Manhattan martinis. Hey, Jesse,
Yeah.
when I do a man's voice, am I supposed to, like, deepen and talk like a man? What is the recommendation for that?
Are you supposed to be doing the man's voice like?
Hi, my name is Damien. Awesome.
Or just get a man to, are you reading what a man's saying? Or
Yeah, I read like, and then he said,
Hmm?
I would say, and then Damien said, don't talk to me that way.
Yeah, I would get animated with it. I would switch it up.
I have to like deepen my voice like this. Oh, that's going to be so weird. I've never done this.
That's dramatic, but
All right. Well, while we're in here, we'll play with it.
yeah, just play around. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's about doing what's comfortable for you. If you're trying to force something, it's not going to sound right. But if you're doing something that's comfortable, it's going to sound good.
All right. Okay, I learned so much about him, including that he had a live-in baby mama for 13 years. My preference is monogamy. I like all the attention and the trust to fall in love to come with the hope of marriage one day. He described his thought process of how to raise a family and have many relationships as one love. The way his eyes sparkled and the touch of his hands changes my judgment to be more open-minded, just like that. His fingertips rubbed my back and made me feel safe as he promised me that I would like the lifestyle. I found every minute with him enchanting and found I couldn't wait for another day to see him. Later that night, I read his text message. I think you are an exceptional woman, brilliant, sexy, creative, formidable, and a lot of fun to be around. Not to mention, you kiss me perfectly. Your body feels very You know, he was such a jerk. I hate reading this shit. I need a bottle of Isol and alcohol swabs in here. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. Ooh, I hated him. Okay. Not to mention, you kiss me perfectly. Your body feels so very sensual and comfortable to me when I touch it. Definitely a connection for me. We'll try you tomorrow. Loved meeting you, night hun. Blood rushed to my stomach with butterflies. Just kidding, Jesse. If I can have fun with this, reading this in the middle of the morning, hello. At night, I gotta drink 4 Manhattan martinis in order to do this anyway. Is there a fire going off in here? Holy shitballs. There's alarms going off in here. Hey guys. Are we alright? Being trapped inside of a studio in a fire would not be good. Makes a better story later though. Anyway, okay. The next night, he joined me and my co-host in an upscale, invite-only event at the Mirage Casino Pool. The best chefs in Vegas shared tasty bites, raising money for a culinary school. Our mouths watered from the succulent food and premium open bar. I found myself holding his hand and falling deeper into a trance with every word that slipped out of his rose-petal lips. Is love at first sight for real? Was it over his power that aroused me? Or was it his power that aroused me? The law of normality shouldn't have made me friend for this man. He had lived with a woman for 13 years. In any other state, that would be called common law marriage. I told myself it was best that Jesse, this is so hard. I told myself it was best that I place that in the back of my mind and just enjoy myself for the moment. We sat facing each other, my legs brushing the white linen tablecloth. He repeatedly moved his hands up and down my inner thighs. We never stopped smiling unless we were kissing. The only time I broke eye contact with him is when I closed my eyes to breathe in his arms. I want to be your boyfriend. You're my girl, he said, looking into my eyes, holding my face firm in his hands. I never wanted to exhale and leave his embrace. The next morning, I quickly photoshopped some photos of us that I had on my phone, pressed send, and patiently waited. Then I added a text about saving myself for him and... Is everything all right? Okay. The next morning, I quickly photoshopped some photos of us that I had on my phone and pressed send and patiently waited. Then I added a text about saving myself for him and gave a title of being his girlfriend a thought. What seemed like hours was a reply within 10 minutes. Good morning, you precious. This is so hard because I've got to deepen my voice. Most of this book on 50 Shades is text messages and his voice. Can you tell a difference between him and I?
Yeah, because you're changing your voice.
It doesn't sound too monotone?
No, you have to play it back once a year.
Good morning, you precious perfect angel of mine. So weird. You are the last time. This is so weird.
If you want, we can have another guy do the guy voice and see if you want.
I could? Would we have to rewrite the book, though? Where it sounds like a stage play?
No.
So you've heard of audiobooks that are like that?
Yeah. I've heard audiobooks and multiple voices in books.
Good morning, you precious perfect angel of mine. You are the last thought I have as I lay my head for sleep and my mind's first joyful indulgence when I wake. You are literally both the moon and the sun within me. This beautiful pic and text from last night. What kind of guy who can I find to sound like a douchebag like this guy was? Hey, Jesse. You want to play douchebag for me? Be my Christian Grey, please. Good morning, you precious perfect angel of mine. You are the last thought I have as I lay my head for sleep and my mind's... These are copy and pasted from my phone, Jesse. This is not a lie. These are actually taken from my phone, everyone. These were taken from my phone. You are literally both the moon and the sun within me. This beautiful pic and text from last night are so pleasing to me. How beautiful you are and how I can feel you and see your reflection of me in you. It moves me, and you save yourself and your energy as the gift it is for me. I have done the same for you, as I know it belongs to you, and it is ours to share when you are ready to offer yourself completely to me. It's such a divine pleasure and gift simply to save and have you in my life and be able to explore and experience you. This is a guy, by the way, everyone, if you don't know what 50 Shades is about, that ends up in a domination relationship with me that is very close to 50 Shades of Grey. So stay tuned. Go read my book at 50shadesofmasters.com or find me on Amazon. My name is Tiffany Masters, and you can find that there. And I simply cannot wait for my eyes to feast upon your beautiful face and eyes, should I have that pleasure later. I hope you wake rested and feeling the fullness of how beautiful you are. I look forward to hearing your voice in the next few hours. Going to rest a little bit more, then I'll be in touch more soon, baby. That message made my libido so hot, I wondered if I was starting to have hot flashes. This man is saving himself for me? Seriously? This living situation must not be what I thought it was. He did tell me that he lived in separate bedrooms. I decided then to accept him as my boyfriend. It was just a title, as it was just, okay, where am I? It was just a title. Jesse, my biggest problem in here that I'm having is reading on this laptop. I'm hunched over, burning my leg, propping my 2 tiptoes up on the stool and trying to read it. So that is my biggest issue in here.
You want to make we can still make the text bigger.
No, if you see how I'm sitting and holding and I'm all like this, I think next time I'll stand up, and this is why we came in today. I'm going to stand up. I won't have hang with right here. I'll have my Kindle up. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to read. The microphone will be up, or I'll have a stool. But if you see my tiptoe, come on in here. Look at this.
All right.
I'll show you what I look like. This is me right now. See my feet?
Right.
Now, you see my tiptoes?
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah,
See how I'm doing this? And I'm shaking like that, and it's burning my side because have you ever had and this is me right now, and the microphone's up here, and I'm having to go like this.
Right.
See? That's
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
But, it's practice. Hi, guys.
Could you we could set the laptop up here too. Understand? Would that be better?
Eh,
And then
kind of yes and no. Still, I think it'll be better later when I'm like this. I'm standing and I'm in it.
all right.
In a bit. Yeah, I mean, that's why I wanted to come in here. I've never done this.
Right. So just get used to it. Yeah.
Get used to it. Know what I'm
Figure
going
out
to
what's
step in
comfortable
here.
for you.
Get it memorized, like you said. I know how to do it at home.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too is, did you know that Kindle Amazon has a version that they'll read it for you for the blind? Oh, she sucks. To listen to
that's
me,
crazy.
this woman that's reading this, it's all monotone. And it sounds like we went a couple days within seeing each other, yet sent photos and messages like we were giddy.
Oh, that's how it's on Amazon. Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna do that.
But it's out there. So
Right.
even if I'm just listening it or record it and just hear it and
That's
then come in
another-
and just nail it.
That's another good thing to do. Is just listen
So
to
should
it.
we do it?
Yeah.
Just record it like that and then go back and just. So how do you do it when you record big artists like that? Do they
A
play
lot
it
of
over
time-
and over and over and over again?
If they didn't write the song, that's what they'll do. Like a lot of times, because a lot of main artists, they don't write their own music, so we'll bring them in a reference song, and they'll just listen to the song like 1,000 times and just get familiarized with it. They'll record it once themselves, get used to it, and then they'll redo it a final time. A lot of songs get recorded several times before they actually get put out.
Awesome.
So it's best to get comfortable with it, and the more, like I said, the more familiarized you get with it, the more comfortable it's gonna flow out.
Okay. I'm going to look into and see the statistics if a guy should read the guy's voice or if I should read it.
All right.
Because these are like text messages that he sent too that are creepy. And another thing, too, on the vampire one, we have song lyrics from Guns N' Roses, Sympathy for the Devil, that's creepy. That needs to be read low.
Like a low tone.
Yeah, because that's a creepy, awesome story.
Yeah.
It's
That's what I'm saying. It's best to get like animated and switch it up. So I mean, you could do all the voices, but just get animated and play with it. Have fun. That's the whole point of being in here. Like you get to just create like different characters and create different voices. Like have fun with it.
so I'm allowed to do that?
Yeah. What you mean you're allowed to do it? This is your book. The more animated, and the more into it you get, the more the listener's gonna be into it. They're gonna pick up on your energy.
So we can have different voices for different characters?
Yeah.
So like the voodoo witch, I could have somebody pop in here and be like the voodoo cashier?
Yeah, or as I'm saying, or you can get animated and change your voice, either or. You can bounce around your tone, or we can bring somebody else in, either or.
What do you guys think? Answer that. Should I have different voices? Because I've got so many friends that won't charge me.
Right.
You know, it's not like this
I would do
70 cents a book I make. You know, they're not gonna.
I would get animated with it.
Okay. I'm loving this today. Such a learning example. Okay, good.
I told you we got this.
We got this. I'm not sweating anymore. I'm not nervous.
You feeling better?
I am, because people are logging on and I'm keeping their interest. Nobody's going away.
All right, awesome.
So obviously I'm entertaining quite a few people right now. So good deal. All right. I got to choose what nights I wanted to be around. Okay, so back to the man. All right, so he did tell me that he lived in separate bedrooms. I decided then to accept him being my boyfriend. It was just a title, and I suggested the freedom to date many others, stating he could never... Now I have to have it closer to me. I decided then to accept him being my boyfriend. It was just a title, and he suggested the freedom to date many others, stating he would never want me to be unhappy. I got to choose what nights I wanted to be around him. This was a pretty good deal with the devil. He asked me to email him the dates and hours I wanted to be with him. The arrangement was a dream. We went a couple days without seeing each other, yet sent photos and messages like we were giddy. We sent photos and messages to each other like we were giddy teenagers falling in love. I miss you so much it hurts. I read his message out loud to Jaden. Wow, this guy is good, yo, she snickered. No, I think he's really serious about me. He's helping me understand the lifestyle community of open relationships. He hasn't asked me to be with anyone. Maybe one day stop looking at me like that, Jaden. I stopped and I plopped down on the bed next to her. We were looking at these black and white bondage images for my birthday party invitations. White people are freaks, girl. Look at this. She showed me a photo of nipple clamps on a woman roped and gagged. I laughed, imagining my invites, including nipple clamps and handcuffs. My birthday party was going to be a 50 Shades of Grey themed extravaganza at Beecher's Madhouse. I was so excited they were making a mini masters for me. We were flipping through YouTube videos of 9.5 weeks when a text came in from Damien. What's up, beautiful? He asked. We're looking at BDSM videos, doing research for my party next month. Jaden has never seen my favorite movie scene from 9.5 weeks, I text back. He then sent me a photo of him in a leather harness, a type of vest not one but two girls sucking his cock. There was an awkward silence between the two phones. I didn't know what to reply. Was I supposed to tell him that his wife's hair looked great from the back? Maybe I could have said that he had amazing abs. I mean, after all, it was one thing that would have entertained me in that photo. It was my first time seeing his body naked, and fortunately the two girls were covering up his package. He then sent another bondage picture and another. Big deep breath here, and another. The last one showed a girl tied up and bent over with a man behind her, and Damon sticking his thumb in her mouth. with Damon sticking his... When I mess up, do I just start the sentence from the very beginning?
You can start from the beginning, or you can just pick up when you left off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The last one showed a girl tied up and bent over with a man behind her and Damon sticking his thumb in her mouth. Her eyes were running with her tears and had smeared her makeup. Is that your living baby mama? I asked. That's my sub. I'm her master, he quickly replied. That made me call him immediately and ask what the fuck a sub was. My stomach sank with the information he shared. The woman on her knees sucking his dick was a submissive woman and served his every need. She worked for him, but also cleaned and did everything he told her to do. I didn't understand why a woman would apply to do this form of job. What kind of past did she have? What kind of mindset did Damien have? I should have hung up the phone, canceling our plans for the night. But he was on his way to come pick me up for a quality alone time together. I was repulsed with the thought of him sharing a life with two other women in his home and business life. What was I? What was a girlfriend in his opinion? Why am I always the third string? Jaden reinforced the idea that it was okay to go on the date like this. I mean, girl, think about it. He's been sitting there on the couch with this chick for 13 years. What has been around for 13 years? He's bored of that bread. You excite him. You're the condiments on this sandwich. Go give that meat some flavor. Your ass hasn't been laid in months, and that repeat booty call for 8 years don't count. Go have some fun, girl. Get it before I steal his white ass from you. She was right. Damien walked around the side of his truck, lifted me out of the passenger seat. Once again, he was wearing all black, and I stood there in a coral sundress. I seriously felt like a little girl when he said I looked cute. Thanks, Daddy, I giggled. That's what I like to hear, he said seriously, squeezing my hand firmly. I reluctantly smiled back and told the lounge that we were there for a private table waiting for us. We were placed under erotic art on the wall. Occasionally we would gaze up on the phallic symbols over the 300-year-old Buddha statue flown in from Thailand. Curtains that closed behind our couch made art. You can tell what I've read more, what I'm more familiar with in these stories and what I'm not. Yeah, the sections that I'm more comfortable with and what I'm not. I'm not comfortable with his character. I need to be more comfortable with his character. I have these are based on a true story. It's a mental block of that son of a bitch. If I could just punch him. I need to drink to even think about it. I need to, It's, yeah. I haven't had a cocktail in 3 weeks. Like I said, I quit drinking. What am I reading? Joey, hi everyone. I'm reading the book 50 Shades of Masters, rehearsing to, it's on Amazon. You can find it, 50 Shades of Masters. So we are preparing. I've never read a book before, but we've got 50 books coming out. So get ready for that. Thank you so much. I enjoyed writing it. It is a good book. Okay, so we were placed under erotic art on the wall. Occasionally we would gaze up at the phallic symbols or the 300-year-old Buddha statue flown in from Thailand. Curtains that closed behind our couch made our space very private. He scooched my ass in closer to him and held me tightly. "You're my baby," he whispered. "You're my baby," he whispered. Is that what I was to this hot mess? Damien ran his fingers through my hair gently. Then he bit the back of my neck. He didn't have to say much to get my blood flowing to where my fingernails scratched his thighs, showing him I was enjoying this moment. I had chills raise every hair on my body. I felt a warm rush to my women parts. His bite got deeper and it began to hurt. He latched on and didn't let go for a moment too long. Ouch! That kind of hurts, I whimpered softly. I might do a few takes when we're in here. Yeah. Because if I go, ouch, 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 ouch. I don't know. What is a whimper? Because I go, ouch! I whimper softly. It doesn't really go. I'll practice that. Okay, so, ouch! That kind of hurts, I whimpered softly. You will like it, he said, letting go with a sucking sound. That moment reminded me of a show I watched called Game of Thrones. The strong, exotic man, very much like Damien, takes this little wife who is the queen of the dragons. His power was so much stronger than her little body, yet she was still powerful in her own world. She feared and resisted him at first, then fell passionately in love. I found it very ironic and admit it turned me on. He was stronger than me in so many ways. He could be the one to break my habit of emasculating men. It's not that I wanted to do so, but working in Las Vegas nightlife industry, I found myself having to fight my way to the top. I excelled without having to sleep with men, and I demanded respect. As long as Damien respected me and I got to see him every time I chose, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. The devil showered me with attention, and he said that I was number one with the happiness in his life. He even invited me to sleep in his private bedroom, where he slept alone in the home with 2 other women. With hesitation, I accepted the title, being boyfriend and girlfriend. He owned me without taking me. My nipples were hard as he caressed my body, telling me that I was his, and how every sexy inch of me... My nipples were hard as he caressed my body, telling me that I was his, and how sexy every inch of me was. I was falling in love with his every word. 3 vodkas later, we were gazing into each other's eyes and telling each other stories. Liquid Courage asked me if he was a porn star. Why do you have so many bondage photos? I'll admit the category I go to internet... This is funny. Jesse, this is so funny, and it's so true. Okay. Liquid Courage asked me... Okay, we got to make this funny on this book, okay, because I want people to giggle, because this truly happened. 3 vodkas later, we were gazing into each other's eyes and telling each other stories. Liquid Courage guided me to ask if he was a porn star. Why do you have so many bondage photos? I'll admit the category I go to on internet porn is hardcore. I felt proud confessing I was such a bad girl. It's BDSM, baby. I'll show you one day if you want. I took those pictures in my workspace at home with a remote control camera. Here's some more. He then showed me this collection on the phone. My heart sank. Once again, looking at him with other women for a moment, I hesitated and then blurted out. This doesn't excite me, Damien. I'm obviously not a virgin, but I don't want to see where your dick has been. Gross. How rude. I sighed. Show respect. I'm a lady. Damien's face turned red, and he squinted his eyes with anger. I could see the vein in his forehead get larger. I was scared in the awkward silence of him looking into my eyes. He then grabbed both of my shoulders, adjusting my body to turn and face him. I want you to be happy. Why are you so upset with my happiness? This is what makes me happy. If you want to be with other men, you can. He paused for a moment. It's unconditional love. You need to see past what has been taught by our society of what's normal. I squirmed back, shrugging my shoulders with a nervous laugh. I tried to make a joke. And then he stopped me by placing his finger on my lips. Do not interrupt me when I'm talking to you. Close your mouth and listen to me. You always cut me off when I am speaking. I was scared and I could see. You're so fucking beautiful. Baby, you're my fucking everything. I want you to be happy. Look at me, Tiffany. Look now. Promise me something. He then took both of my wrists, lifted me off the couch. and had me hold on to his massive jaws in the palms of my hand and with direct eye contact. Promise me that you will work through the bumps in the road and that lie ahead. This is worth it. My every thought is consumed with you all day. I want you. Promise me that we will work these issues out, because that's all they are, issues. What we were feeling is stronger than that. Breaking eye contact so he didn't see the tears in my eyes, I looked over at the ancient artifacts of the Kama Sutra orgy on the wall. Taking a deep breath, I said, "Okay, Damon, I promise." After a sleepless night, I contacted some of my swinger friends and I met for a magazine. Okay, wait. After a sleepless night, I contacted some of my swinger friends that I met from a magazine that I write for. I had gone to swinger parties in the past. Being a journalist for an adult magazine, I was always the safe girl in the corner watching. I never got involved because I thought it was gross. Men were way too old or unattractive, and the women were clearly hadn't met a razor in years. Being open isn't my thing. I wouldn't mind being an exhibitionist. Okay. Thanks, guys. Hey, I'm going to let you guys go because it looks like we are running out of time on Hang With over there. Love you all. Plus, it's 2 o'clock in the studio, and I promised I wouldn't keep Jesse very long. I feel bad. It's after 2, but love you all. Thanks so much for listening. Go to 50 Shades of Masters. You guys will see my blogs. Love you all. Thanks for hanging with me. Definitely follow me. I've got 50 stories that I'll be doing little teasers with. And God, you guys have been with me for 42 minutes on this. And plus, I don't want to blow my whole load or yours. Sorry. And it's about to get really, really raunchy and talking about spreading my vagina walls and getting beat up here soon. So anyway, have a fantastic Tuesday. And I will be seeing you all soon. Okay?